Expand your vocabulary with our Core 2000 Words ebook. It's free and packed with essential expressions that you'll use on a daily basis. Start building your vocabulary today. Click the link in the description below to download your free Hungarian ebook before it's gone. When learning a new language, everyone should have an ultimate goal to work towards. Whether you want to be able to connect with a relative, easily order food while traveling, or go somewhere new, having an end goal for your learning can be very motivating. A popular but challenging goal is being able to speak like a native speaker. It's difficult to measure exactly when you reach this goal, and it's not something you can pick up using textbooks alone. So how do you work on making your speech more natural? That's what we're going to look at today. Here are 3 tips to help you practice talking like a native speaker. Number 1, focus on vocabulary. If your goal is to speak like a native, you might be really focused on speaking quickly or using as many complex grammar patterns as possible. But in our native languages, we're not always trying to speak as fast as possible, and we use complex grammar patterns when necessary, not to show off. Vocabulary, however, is extremely important to expressing ourselves naturally. Your choice of words can reveal a lot about you and your understanding of the language. Most learners have had the experience of using a phrasebook or a dictionary to find a word they want to use, trying the word in conversation, and getting a look of confusion from the native speaker. In some cases, although your word choice may be grammatically correct, the word may be inappropriate for the situation or totally unnatural. This is especially important in business and other formal situations, where the right level of formality and professionalism is key. Being able to understand nuances in vocabulary words can also help you understand relationships between people just by listening to the conversation. Try to listen to many different types of conversations. Listen to how people talk to their friends, their superiors, and in customer service situations. This will give you a better idea of how to talk to others naturally. In some languages, you can omit words from sentences or use more direct communication styles. It's important to be aware of these things so you can apply them yourself. Colloquialisms and slang are also commonly used in most languages. As this sort of vocabulary is always evolving, it can be difficult to keep up with the latest words. Talk with native speakers and consume media in your target language to make sure you pick up these kinds of expressions. Media is a great resource for your learning. Ultimately, knowing the appropriate vocabulary to use for each situation will really help you sound more knowledgeable. Number 2, perfect your accent. With every language, there are unique pronunciation and intonation challenges. Some languages are tonal languages, and a change in pitch can completely change the meaning of a word. Then there's the fact that most countries have multiple dialects, and so people from one area of the country may sound different from those in another. So what is the best way to listen to a wide range of accents and different pronunciations? Video and audio resources are a great way to do this. YouTube is a perfect place to start because people from all kinds of different backgrounds upload videos to the platform. You can watch educational videos, daily life vlogs, cooking shows, a travel series, whatever interests you. Pay attention to the different ways people speak. Everyone is unique. And then practice speaking like them. This kind of practice can help you sound more natural. One note, please be aware of the type of resources you're using. For example, if you find a video where a speaker uses a rare dialect, it might not be a good idea to use that for your pronunciation practice, unless you have a special reason for studying a specific accent. As a general rule, it's best to try to search for practice resources that use a standard form of the language you're studying. Number 3, copy what you hear. Do you remember how you learned to speak as a child? We rarely learned new words just listening to them, or reading after we learned how. When we were little kids, we imitated the sounds we heard by repeating the sounds out loud. While you're talking to a friend, watching videos, or listening to audio in your target language, you can do this to try and replicate the way they speak. Doing this will help you work on mastering the flow of the language, your accent, intonation, and pronunciation. Of course, you might also pick up some new vocabulary this way. Make sure to repeat new words often. It's a great way to make sure you remember them. Try doing this using a number of different mediums and sources. That way, you'll be exposed to the diversity that the language offers and master the fundamentals of pronunciation. For example, you can watch and imitate several different YouTube videos and audio CDs, but try a few different sources, like different creators or different audio types, to make sure you experience a wide range of communication in your target language. If you're using our language learning program, you can even get your own teacher with Premium Plus. Your teacher can answer questions, give assignments, and even listen to your recordings and give you advice on pronunciation. Completing these kinds of lessons with a native teacher can really boost your confidence in your speaking skills. Becoming able to speak like a native is a popular goal for many people learning a new language. It feels great to be able to communicate smoothly, especially when the people you're talking to expect basic level sentences or broken communication. Try using the tips we've shared in this video to work on improving your speaking skills. Of course, it'll take time and persistence, but the reward will be more natural communication. And for even more tips on speaking, check out our complete language learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account by clicking on the link in the description. Get tons of resources to have you speaking in your target language. And if you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a new language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. I'll see you next time. Bye!
Are you struggling to understand conversations in your target language? This video will improve your listening skills using practice dialogues. How do you know if your language skills are improving? Our team of teachers have designed a free quiz to determine your actual learning level. So click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for you. In this lesson, you'll listen to a dialogue with the text. Second, you'll review the key vocabulary, followed by the English translations. And finally, you'll review the dialogue with the text again to master what you learned. First, listen to the dialogue with the text on the screen.
Tamásnak nincs házia. Kinek van?
Nekem van házim, viszont nincs ceruzám.
Várj, adok. Nincs ceruzám, tollam van. Jó lesz?
Persze, köszönöm. Már is befejezem az írást.
De azt mondtad, hogy van házi feladatod.
Bocsánat.
Szétrobban a fejem.
Now you'll hear the key vocabulary, followed by the English translation.
Vár.
Wait.
Befejez.
Finish.
Toll.
Pen.
Fej.
Head.
Ceruza.
Pencil.
Házi.
Homework.
Feladat.
Task. Exercise.
Szétrobban.
Explode.
Finally, let's review the dialogue again. See if you can understand more this time.
Tamásnak nincs házia. Kinek van?
Nekem van házim, viszont nincs ceruzám.
Várj, adok. Nincs ceruzám, tollam van. Jó lesz?
Persze, köszönöm. Már is befejezem az írást.
De azt mondtad, hogy van házi feladatod.
Bocsánat.
Szétrobban a fejem.
This is the end of the lesson. In this lesson, you improved your listening and mastered key vocabulary for everyday life conversation. Don't forget to click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for your learning level. Keep practicing and move on to the next lesson.
Hi everyone, this is Lena from HungarianPod101.com and this is Top Words. Today we are going to learn 15 favorite words chosen by fans. Let's go! Apa, father, apa, father. Apa minden nap kocsival megy dolgozni. My father goes to work by car every day. Bocsánat. Sorry. Bocsánat. Sorry. Sorry. You can use this expression to say that you're sorry when you are bumping into someone or you did something wrong. We have another expression to say excuse me, which is elnézést. This has a little bit different nuance, and you can use that when you're calling the waiter, for instance, but don't use bocsánat at that time. Boldog, happy. Boldog, happy. A húgom boldog volt, mikor meglátta az ajándékát. My younger sister was happy when she saw her present. Ciao, bye. Ciao, bye. This word is coming from, I think, Italian. It's kind of a slang. It's cool to say to your friends. Finom, tasty. Finom, tasty. Nagyon finom a húsleves. The meat soup is very tasty. Do you like meat soup? Köszönöm, thank you. Köszönöm, thank you. This is a simple way to say thank you in Hungarian. If you want to express more gratitude, then you can say nagyon köszönöm, thank you very much. So yeah, köszönöm. Nagyszerű, awesome. Nagyszerű, awesome. You can use this expression with everyone, but if you want to sound more cool with your friends or with younger people, then you can say király or cool. Okay, 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 okay. This is kind of a casual, slangish way to talk. If you're talking to strangers or you are in a more formal situation, then probably it's better to say rendben van, which means it's alright. So use okay with your friends and with younger people. Sör, beer. Sör, beer. Utálom a sört. I hate beer. That's the truth. Kocsma, pub. Kocsma, pub. Néha elmegyek a kocsmába a barátaimmal. Sometimes I go to the pub with my friends. Szabadság, day off, holiday. Szabadság, day off, holiday. Májusban szabadságot veszek ki. I take a holiday in May. Szeret, to love. Szeret, to love. Szeretem a csokoládét. I love chocolate. Szia, hello. Szia, hello. Szia is the way we greet each other with friends, or you can greet younger people. You can use this with strangers or older people in case they allow you to use informal language with them. They will say that it's okay. Szia can be used both when you are meeting someone or when you part, so it can be either hello or bye. Tisztel, to respect. Tisztel, to respect. Tisztelem azokat, akiktől tanulok valamit. I respect those from whom I can learn something. Titok, secret. Titok, secret. Egy titok okozta a bajt. A secret caused the trouble. And that's the end! Thank you again for watching Hungarian Top Words. Please check our website hungarianpod101.com for more Hungarian content. And don't forget to subscribe and leave some comments below which was your favorite word. See you next time! Hello everyone, this is Lena and this is Hungarian Top Words. Today we are going to learn 10 phrases to amaze native speakers. Köszönöm, de igazság szerint nem ez az anyanyelvem. Thank you, but I'm not a native speaker actually. Köszönöm, de igazság szerint nem ez az anyanyelvem. Thank you, but I'm not a native speaker actually. If you are super fluent in the language and then people comment or even think that you are from that country and then you say that then people are going to be really surprised. Mindössze 1 évbe telt, hogy megtanuljak folyékonyan beszélni. It took me only 1 year to become fluent. Mindössze 1 évbe telt, hogy megtanuljak folyékonyan beszélni. It took me only 1 year to become fluent. When people ask you, how long have you been studying a language, and then you say it took you just a year to become fluent, then it's definitely impressive. 3 éven belül anyanyelvi szinten fogok magyarul beszélni. I'll speak Hungarian like a native speaker in 3 years. 3 éven belül anyanyelvi szinten fogok magyarul beszélni. I'll speak Hungarian like a native speaker in 3 years. Please challenge yourself and let us know if it worked out. I'm really curious how long it took for our viewers to get in, not only into native level, but like just conversational level. Try it. 10 éve tanulok magyarul. I've been learning Hungarian for 10 years. 10 éve tanulok magyarul. I've been learning Hungarian for 10 years. How about you? How long have you been studying Hungarian? Please let us know in the comment section. Magyar filmeket felirat nélkül is tudok nézni. I can watch Hungarian movies without subtitles. Magyar filmeket felirat nélkül is tudok nézni. I can watch Hungarian movies without subtitles. To be able to watch Hungarian movies without subtitles, I think you have to be pretty much on a native speaker level. Depends on the movie too, but sometimes you hear slangs or regional language, then that could be a little bit difficult to understand. I think it's a good challenge to try how fluent you are to watch a movie without the subtitles and then, for example, have a discussion with your friends about the movie afterwards. That could be a really good practice. Meg tudok jegyezni 50 magyar szót egy nap alatt. I can memorize 50 Hungarian words a day. Meg tudok jegyezni 50 magyar szót egy nap alatt. I can memorize 50 Hungarian words a day. Memorizing 50 words a day is pretty impressive. I think I've never tried that much. A magyar nyelv szórakoztató és könnyen tanulható. Hungarian is fun and easy to learn. A magyar nyelv szórakoztató és könnyen tanulható. Hungarian is fun and easy to learn. That's right. Hungarian language is very interesting, I think. We have a lot of sounds, various ways how we can talk about something or even say a word. Because of that, our literature is pretty rich as well. If you're looking for a fun language, which is not really widespread yet, then please try out Hungarian. A magyar nyelven kívül egyéb nyelveken is beszélek. Apart from knowing Hungarian, I can speak a few other languages as well. A magyar nyelven kívül egyéb nyelveken is beszélek. Apart from knowing Hungarian, I can speak a few other languages as well. I speak Hungarian, English, and Japanese fluently. How about you? How many languages do you speak? Magamtól tanulok magyarul. I'm learning Hungarian all by myself. Magamtól tanulok magyarul. I'm learning Hungarian all by myself. That's very impressive, I think, if people ask you, how do you study Hungarian? And if you say, oh, it's all by myself because I'm interested, then they'll be both happy and impressed. I wonder if there are any sources in your country to study Hungarian, or are you going to language school, or do you take lessons from a teacher, or are you just studying on your own? I'm very interested, so please let us know in the comment section. Gyakran beszélek magyarul álmomban. I often speak in Hungarian in my dream. Gyakran beszélek magyarul álmomban. I often speak in Hungarian in my dream. That's a very interesting thing, that if you get to that level that you start to think and even dream in a foreign language, then probably you're really good at it. And this is the end of our list. If someone speaks your language and then they say one of these phrases, then how would you react? Please write about it in the comment section, and please like the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Check HungarianPod101.com for more Hungarian content, and see you in the next video. Bye-bye!
Jó reggelt!
Szia! Hogy hívnak?
Ann Smith.
Én Pál Balázs vagyok.
Szia, Balázs?
Igen, Balázs. Örülök, hogy megismertelek.
Én is.
Honnan jöttél? Angol vagy?
Nem angol vagyok. Amerikai vagyok. És te?
Én magyar vagyok. Tetszik Budapest?
Igen, Budapest szép.
Amerika is szép.
Szerintem is. Jó napot kívánok!
Jó napot, kisasszony! Hogy van?
Jól vagyok, köszönöm. És ön?
Én is köszönöm szépen. Foglaljon helyet.
Köszönöm. Szia!
Szia, Ann!
Ez már a Blaha?
Igen. Meddig mész?
Az Asztóriáig megyek.
A következő az Asztória.
Köszi.
Hogy írja a nevét?
A N N E S M I T H.
Köszönöm. Kérem az útlevelét.
Parancsoljon.
Köszönöm. Itt írja alá, kérem.
Igen, már is.
When learning a new language, we sometimes have a hard time with things like procrastination, discouragement, or failure. But don't panic. With a good strategy, you'll be able to overcome these difficulties. Are you ready to discover the 4 habits of successful learners? Number 1, optimize your time. When learning a language, it's important to dedicate time to your studies regularly, even if sometimes it's difficult. You're busy with school, work, family, or friends, but you can spread out your learning throughout the day. Study whenever you have small gaps of time in your busy schedule. This can be when you're on the metro, on your lunch break, or while you're exercising. Our podcast learning format fits perfectly into your tight schedule. Number 2, consistency with your chosen method. There are a lot of options when it comes to courses and learning materials. Switching from one method to another can confuse you and disrupt your progress. Focusing on one learning method will make a difference. Our method has been created and optimized by real teachers, so you can stick to it with confidence. Number 3, use your language background. Many languages share some commonalities. You can find words that look or sound similar, or even share the same grammar structure. A little bit of language background will give you an edge while learning. Number 4, study continuously. People are excited when they start learning a new language. The enthusiasm usually lasts until the first roadblock. This can lead to discouragement and procrastination. But don't burn yourself out. Learning a language is a marathon, not a sprint. Don't try to learn it all at once. Break things down into more digestible chunks. Learning step by step might feel slow, but it's an efficient way to learn a language. With patience, motivation, and good resources, you'll master the language. Remember, you can't learn a language overnight, but with motivation and these daily lessons, you'll be on the road to fluency. Give it a try now. Sign up for your account. Just click the link in the description.
Egy nő megkér valamire egy eladót a könyvesboltban. Melyik könyvet akarta megnézni a nő?
Elnézést. Meg szeretnék nézni egy könyvet azon a polcon.
Melyik könyvet szeretné?
Az autókról szóló könyvet.
Egy pillanat, kérem. Ez az?
Pontosan.
Parancsoljon! Melyik könyvet akarta megnézni a nő? Egy nő megkér valamire egy eladót a könyvesboltban. Melyik könyvet akarta megnézni a nő?
Elnézést. Meg szeretnék nézni egy könyvet azon a polcon.
Melyik könyvet szeretné?
Az autókról szóló könyvet.
Egy pillanat, kérem. Ez az?
Pontosan.
Parancsoljon. Egy férfi és egy nő néznek egy étlapot egy étteremben. Mit rendelt a férfi? Mit szeretnél rendelni?
Ez a pizza finomnak néz ki. Ezt kérek.
Én tegnap ettem pizzát, úgyhogy...
Akkor mit szólsz ehhez a hamburgerhez?
Jól hangzik, ezt kérek. Mit rendelt a férfi? Egy férfi és egy nő néznek egy étlapot egy étteremben. Mit rendelt a férfi? Mit szeretnél rendelni?
Ez a pizza finomnak néz ki. Ezt kérek.
Én tegnap ettem pizzát, úgyhogy...
Akkor mit szólsz ehhez a hamburgerhez?
Jól hangzik, ezt kérek. Egy férfi egy klinikával beszél telefonon. Hány óráig kell a férfinek odaérnie?
Halló, miben segíthetek?
Meddig vannak nyitva ma?
6 óráig. De 5:30 előtt jöjjön, kérem.
Rendben. Hány óráig kell a férfinek odaérnie? Egy férfi egy klinikával beszél telefonon. Hány óráig kell a férfinek odaérnie?
Halló, miben segíthetek?
Meddig vannak nyitva ma?
6 óráig. De 5:30 előtt jöjjön, kérem.
Rendben. Egy fiú a naplóját olvassa. Mit csinált a fiú legelőször aznap? Ma nagyon jó idő volt. Ezen a délutánon elmentem egy uszodába, és este elmentem megnézni egy filmet. Reggel még tanultam is. Ez egy nagyon jó nap volt. Mit csinált a fiú legelőször aznap? Egy fiú a naplóját olvassa. Mit csinált a fiú legelőször aznap? Ma nagyon jó idő volt. Ezen a délutánon elmentem egy uszodába, és este elmentem megnézni egy filmet. Reggel még tanultam is. Ez egy nagyon jó nap volt. Egy nő és egy férfi egy fényképet néz. Melyik fényképet nézik?
Ez a fiod foci csapatának a fényképe, ugye? Melyik a te fiod?
Ez az.
Ó, ő a legmagasabb a csapatban.
Magasabb nálam. Melyik fényképet nézik? Egy nő és egy férfi egy fényképet néz. Melyik fényképet nézik?
Ez a fiod foci csapatának a fényképe, ugye? Melyik a te fiod?
Ez az.
Ó, ő a legmagasabb a csapatban.
Magasabb nálam.
Are you struggling to understand conversations in your target language? This video will improve your listening skills using practice dialogues. How do you know if your language skills are improving? Our team of teachers have designed a free quiz to determine your actual learning level. So click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for you. In this lesson, you'll listen to a dialogue with the text. Second, you'll review the key vocabulary followed by the English translations. And finally, you'll review the dialogue with the text again to master what you learned. First, listen to the dialogue with the text on the screen.
Mi ez?
Tominak a tengeri malaca.
Mit keres a teremben?
Szerintem éhes. A tanárnőnek van kajája?
Ja, Istenem, keresek valamit. Meg fogok őrülni.
Már nem kell, eszi a krétát. Én is megkóstolhatom?
Now you will hear the key vocabulary, followed by the English translation.
Megkóstol.
Try, taste.
Megkóstol. Megkóstol. Terem.
Classroom, hall.
Terem. Terem. Keres.
Do,
Keres. Keres. Kréta.
chalk.
Kréta. Kréta. Jaj, Istenem.
Oh my god.
Jaj, Istenem. Jaj, Istenem. Éhes.
Hungry,
Éhes. Éhes. Kaja.
food.
Kaja. Kaja. Megőrül.
Go crazy.
Megőrül. Megőrül. Tengeri malac.
Guinea pig.
Tengeri malac. Tengeri malac.
Finally, let's review the dialogue again. See if you can understand more this time.
Mi ez?
Tominak a tengeri malaca.
Mit keres a teremben?
Szerintem éhes. A tanárnőnek van kajája?
Ja, Istenem, keresek valamit. Meg fogok őrülni.
Már nem kell, eszi a krétát. Én is megkóstolhatom?
This is the end of the lesson. In this lesson, you improved your listening and mastered key vocabulary for everyday life conversation. Don't forget to click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for your learning level. Keep practicing and move on to the next lesson.
To master a new language and understand everything as soon as you hear it, to read with just a quick glance and speak smoothly without thinking, you need to review. Here are our top 5 review tactics. Number 1, listen to examples over and over again. By listening closely and often, you start to pick up the rhythm of a language, as well as correct pronunciation from a native speaker. Use our line-by-line feature that lets you both listen and read along. Use this tool to practice as much as possible. Number 2, use our voice recording tool to master perfect pronunciation. Record yourself and compare it against the native speaker. If you sound different, then repeat after the native speaker until you're able to match them. Use our voice recording feature, which makes recording super easy. Number 3, master your recorded conversations. Record conversations and go over them again and again. Master entire conversations and repeat them line by line. Use any of the dialogues available for download on our website. These come with transcripts of the entire conversation. Number 4, use mobile devices to reinforce previously learned conversations. Constant review is the best way to progress in your language studies. Download the recorded dialogue to your mobile device and incorporate it into your music playlist. Quick reviews throughout the day effectively reinforce what you've learned. Number 5, read with line-by-line notes. Read along with a native speaker to really master pronunciation and natural intonation. You should start slow at first, then slowly increase your speed. Your pronunciation will become more natural. You will also see that your ability to understand fluent speakers will greatly increase. You'll be able to improve your communication skills using these 5 simple review techniques. Increase your understanding of your target language. And remember, if you're interested in getting all these review tools, sign up for your free lifetime account. No credit card required, and you'll get the best free online resources. and start reviewing more every day.
Want to speak real Hungarian from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at HungarianPod101.com.
You probably already have language learning goals, but the real key to success is to make the right goals. In this video, I'll show you how, with 5 tips to stop wasting your time and start learning. Hi everyone, Alicia here. In this video, I'll teach you 5 tips to stop procrastinating and keep your motivation for learning a new language. Some of these are study methods, and some will be general ways that you can keep your study motivation up. While these tips are for studying a language, some of them are good for other things in your life too, such as new challenges or other types of goals. But before we start, don't forget to click the link in the description to get your bundle of PDF cheat sheets, including survival phrases, romantic lines, learning tips, absolutely free. Now, you probably already have some goals you're trying to achieve when it comes to your language learning progress. While achieving these goals is important, making sure you make the right goals is the real key to success. The very first tip is to set SMART goals. SMART is an acronym, meaning each letter in the word stands for another word. The earliest known reference to SMART goals was in an article written by George T. Doran for a 1981 issue of the Management Review Academic Journal. The acronym varies depending on its use, but each letter generally stands for some criterion that helps with effective goal setting. For our purposes, let's define SMART goals as follows. The S stands for specific. Your goals should target a specific area for improvement. Our natural tendency is to have a goal that's very general. If your goal isn't specific enough, you'll lack the focus and proper direction you need to achieve your goals. So S is for specific. M stands for measurable. Your goals should be quantifiable. They should be able to indicate progress in some way. You have to be able to track your progress, otherwise you won't know if you're getting any closer to your goal. As you see yourself getting closer and closer to your goal, your motivation will go up. So your goals need to be measurable. A stands for achievable. Your goals have to be achievable. Many people want to become fluent in their target language immediately. However, this goal is unrealistic. Your goals have to be achievable. If your goal is too challenging for your current level, it will only demotivate you when you aren't where you think you should be. Instead, think about what results can realistically be achieved given your level, your resources, and any constraints, such as time. So make sure that your goal is actually achievable. R stands for relevant. Your goals may be specific, they may be measurable, and they may be achievable, but are they actually relevant to what you want to achieve? Don't just do a lot of things. If you're focused on improving your speaking skills in your target language, make sure that you spend your time having conversations with others. Make sure you're doing the right things so that your efforts actually bring you closer to your goal instead of just giving you more work. T stands for timely. You need to set a deadline for your goals. If you don't specify when you plan to achieve the result you've set for yourself, it's very easy to put off the task. You can delay it until tomorrow, the next week, or the next month, and at this rate, you'll never get things done. So your goal must have an end date. So remember, tip number 1 is to set SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and timely. So, for example, a goal you could make is registering for a challenging test, a test that's a little bit beyond your current level. I hate failing, so if I register for a challenging test, I'm motivated to study because I don't want to fail. This is a good example of a SMART goal because tests are specific. There are tons of different tests focused on speaking, grammar, and comprehension. Pick a test that can measure the specific area in which you'd like to grow. Measurable. Tests are measurable. Every test measures your performance to some degree. Whether it's a total count of right and wrong answers or a simple pass or fail, every test measures your performance. Tests are achievable. There's an important detail to remember here, though. Find a test that is achievable for you. If you're a beginner, then the most advanced test is probably not right for you. Find one that's meant for beginners. Then, after that one, work your way up to more advanced tests in the future. Tests are relevant. Most, if not all, language tests are designed to ensure that you're capable of performing to a set standard in your target language. Lower-level tests are designed to ensure that you can handle the most essential aspects of your target language. But there are tests for all levels, including higher education entry exams that could be difficult, even for native speakers. Pick the one that's right for you. And finally, tests are timely. If your test is completed in a physical location, then this one is obvious. You have to be at that spot at the set time, ready to take the test. There's no wiggle room. But even online tests will most likely have a deadline for you to complete them. The second tip to help you stop procrastinating and to keep your motivation up is to create a diary or social media account that you can update every day. This may seem simple or even unrelated to language learning, but by creating a diary in your target language, you have the chance to actually create in the language itself. Creating a diary is also a great way to practice writing in your target language. Another method is to create a social media account, which gives you the chance to connect with other people who are working toward the same goals as you. Maybe they can even give you feedback on your writing. If you're following people online who regularly share good resources, those can be really helpful for you too. It lets you find new tools that can encourage and motivate you, especially if they relate to some of your other interests, such as music or books in other languages. This is a really good way to take a few minutes every day to work towards your goal, without it even seeming like work. The third tip is to focus on understanding a specific TV show or movie. Try to watch a movie in your target language without any subtitles, or try to understand your favorite TV show that's in your target language. If you don't already have a goal like this, it can be a fun way to practice. If your friends often talk about a particular TV show, it could be a good way to study, and a fun way to keep your motivation up together. Plus, TV shows and movies often use the language in a way that's vastly different from the conversations provided in traditional textbooks, so you often get to hear different vocabulary choices. It's a very powerful way to learn a language and end up sounding more like a native speaker. Tip number 4 is to enroll in a regular language course. Register for something you have to go to or you have to participate in regularly, meaning every week or 2 times a week or maybe even every day. The point of this is it's something that gives you a pattern to follow. Forming a study habit will help you progress very quickly. It will make it easier for you to achieve your language learning goals. Once you form the habit, you won't even have to think about starting each time. It'll just be natural. Have something that you must take responsibility for. You'll be more motivated to continue if there are others, especially classmates or a teacher, watching you progress. Look for resources inside your community, and if there are no opportunities there, look for things digitally. You can find many of our videos on YouTube, on Facebook, and of course, our entire video and audio lesson library on our website. The lessons on our website also come with assignment courses, so you can test your knowledge. The last tip is to make your goal public. Share your goal. Tell people about your goal. For example, if you want to give a business presentation in your target language this year, then tell your colleagues or your boss about it. Some people may find what you're doing interesting, and they can support you. This kind of pressure can help push people forward who have trouble motivating themselves alone. By telling others about your goal, you'll feel more accountable. Because you told somebody that you were planning on doing something, there's an underlying sense of guilt if you don't accomplish the task. You may feel that you have failed your peers in some way, even if there's no direct pressure from them. Using this technique, you can push yourself into moving forward toward your goal, especially at times when you feel the least motivated. And that brings us to the end of our 5 tips to stop wasting time and start learning a language. We've talked a lot about how to set goals for yourself and think about new challenges. First, I told you about creating SMART goals. Remember, SMART goals are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and timely. Registering for a test is a great example of a SMART goal. Next, we talked about keeping a diary or social media account in your target language. Start doing it right now, even if you're still a beginner. Then, I suggested that you focus on understanding a specific TV show or movie. Pick something in your target language that you really love, because you may need to watch it over and over again until it all makes sense to you. And next, we talked about enrolling in a regular language course. This will give you something concrete that you must take responsibility for. Finally, make your goal public. Tell someone about your learning goals to keep you accountable for them. You're much less likely to abandon your studies if you have friends asking you about your progress. I hope that these are useful tips that you can use to reach your language learning goals. And before we go, let me remind you to download tons of free PDF lessons to learn the language the fast, fun, and easy way. Just click the link in the description. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up and share it with anyone who may find it useful. Do you have any good tips that you've used to help you reach your goals? Share them in the comments. Thanks very much for watching, and see you next time. Want to finally learn Hungarian the fast, fun, and easy way? In this video, I'll show you the top 10 ways to get started. So let's begin. Number 1. Take your very first lesson. Access any audio or video lesson on HungarianPod101.com and just press the play button to get started. Don't have an account? Don't worry. Just go to the sign up page to create an account. It takes less than 30 seconds and it's free. We have thousands of audio and video lessons covering a variety of topics like grammar, pronunciation, listening, and reading. Just click on the play button on any lesson and start learning. Number 2. Read along with the lesson. You can read along with the lesson notes or lesson transcript. These come with every lesson. The lesson notes provide you with the dialogue for the scene taught in the lesson, along with translations, a more in-depth explanation of the grammar and culture, and even vocab and sample sentences. The lesson transcript is the full word-for-word transcript of everything you hear in the lesson. And the dialogue study tool provides you with the audio for the lesson dialogue, along with the translations. Number 3. Shadowing. Shadowing is a tested learning technique where you repeat what you hear. This is a great way to start speaking in minutes and practice speaking in general. If you're listening along with the lesson audio or dialogue, be sure to shadow along the way. Number 4. Use the dialogue study tool to master the conversation. Here, you get the line-by-line breakdown of the conversation demonstrated in the lesson. Listen and repeat until you've mastered each line. Do this until you've mastered the entire conversation. Number 5. Use the voice recorder to perfect your pronunciation and speaking. In the dialogue study tool, you'll find a microphone icon next to each line. Click on it to record your voice. Then, compare it with the native speakers. Listen and adjust your pronunciation until you match that of the native speaker. Number 6. Review vocab with the lesson vocabulary list. Vocabulary words are the building blocks of language. You can save vocab words taught in each lesson by clicking on Add to Word Bank. Want to drill the words with smart flashcards instead? Just click on Add to Flashcard Deck to do so. Number 7. Listen to the review track. If you've studied an audio lesson before, just listen to the review track so that you don't have to listen through the entire lesson again. This is a great way to reinforce the material that you've learned, and it's great to have on the go. Just access any audio lesson and click on the download icon. Then click Review to download the review track. Number 8. Review with quizzes after the lesson. Once you're confident enough with the material taught in the lesson, be sure to take the quiz to test your newfound knowledge. Take the review questions and answer true or false for each one. Or take the writing questions and input your answer. Remember to check the answers by clicking on the Check Answers button. Number 9. Participate and leave a comment. The best way to master what you've learned is to use it. Join the community of learners by leaving a comment below at the end of every lesson. Our dedicated teachers will check your responses to correct you on any mistakes or provide you with helpful study tips and advice. And finally, number 10, move on to the next lesson. Done with a lesson? Mark the lesson as complete. You can see your overall learning progress on your dashboard. If you particularly enjoyed the lesson, mark the lesson as favorite so that you can come back to it later at any time. Click on the forward arrow to move on to the next lesson and continue learning. If you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share it with anyone who's trying to learn Hungarian, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. Remember, you can sign up to HungarianPod101.com by clicking on the link in the description, Sign up takes less than 30 seconds, and it's free. I'll see you next time. Bye!
Are you struggling to understand conversations in your target language? This video will improve your listening skills using practice dialogues. How do you know if your language skills are improving? Our team of teachers have designed a free quiz to determine your actual learning level. So click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for you. In this lesson, you'll listen to a dialogue with the text. Second, you'll review the key vocabulary, followed by the English translations. And finally, you'll review the dialogue with the text again to master what you learned. First, listen to the dialogue with the text on the screen.
Megfogod a kabátom? Megkeresem a kulcsom.
Add csak. Sosem találod a cuccod.
A sörünk megvan, ne aggódj.
Igen, de kint fogjuk meginni.
Now you'll hear the key vocabulary, followed by the English translation.
Cucc.
Stuff.
Megfog.
Grab. Hold.
Talál.
Find.
Aggódik.
Worry.
Kabát.
Coat.
Kulcs.
Key.
Kin.
Outside.
Megkeres.
Look for. Find.
Finally, let's review the dialogue again. See if you can understand more this time.
Megfogod a kabátom? Megkeresem a kulcsom.
Add csak. Sosem találod a cuccod.
A sörünk megvan, ne aggódj.
Igen, de kint fogjuk meginni.
This is the end of the lesson. In this lesson, you improved your listening and mastered key vocabulary for everyday life conversation. Don't forget to click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for your learning level. Keep practicing and move on to the next lesson.
Our top 10 language learning goals for the year. Let's go! A HungarianPod101.com túlélési kifejezések lecke sorozatát úgy tervezem befejezni, hogy minden nap végighallgatok 2 leckét. I'm planning to finish Survival Phrases lecture series on HungarianPod101.com by listening to 2 lessons a day. I think it's very important to study daily when you're learning a new language. At least just repeat things that you learned the previous day. If you don't have time for a new lesson, it's very beneficial. So yeah, please check our site and just study Hungarian at HungarianPod101.com. Úgy fogok kiolvasni egy magyar nyelvű könyvet, hogy naponta 10 oldallal haladok tovább. I'll finish reading one Hungarian book by proceeding with 10 pages a day. Are you reading some Hungarian books? If you do, please let us know the title in the comment section. Átmegyek a magyar teszten. I'll pass the Hungarian test. Have you ever tried to pass a Hungarian language exam or test? I'm really curious, so please, if you have, then leave us a comment below. Teljesen érteni fogok egy magyar filmet úgy, hogy minden nap megnézem. I will fully understand a Hungarian movie by watching it every day. Watching movies when you're learning a new language is both fun and beneficial, and I used to do that. Also, I used to listening to songs in English while I was studying English. So both movies and songs are pretty good, I think. It's not really study, but it's like entertainment and study. So I'm wondering if you use such tools for learning Hungarian, which songs or which movies you are watching to get better in Hungarian. Please let us know. Tartok egy 3 perces bevezető beszédet magyarul a magyar barátaimnak. I'll give a 3-minute introductory speech in Hungarian to my Hungarian friends. I just remember that while I was studying English or even Japanese, I was practicing by memorizing longer texts. It's maybe a little bit difficult, but definitely it helps you to get comfortable with speaking in that particular language. And then if you prepare the text on your own, then while you're translating, you can also learn new words. So that was one way that I used while studying the language. So I think it worked. Megtanulok 5 magyar dalt. I'll learn 5 Hungarian songs. If you do the same, please let me know which Hungarian songs do you like. Megtanulok 350 szót a hungarianpod101.com oldalán lévő szókártyák segítségével. I'll memorize 350 words with the help of flashcards on hungarianpod101.com. Our flashcard feature is pretty useful, so if you are not familiar with this option, then please check it out on hungarianpod101.com. Írok 10 képeslapot magyarul a magyar barátaimnak. I'll write 10 postcards in Hungarian to my Hungarian friends. I used to send postcards while I was traveling abroad. Not all the time, but sometimes when there was a special opportunity to get a cool card, then I definitely sent it to my friends or family. Megtanulom, hogyan beszéljek múlt, jelen és jövőbeli eseményekről. I'll learn how to talk about past, present, and future events. This can be useful when you prepare that 3 minutes introductory speech for your friends. For example, you can talk about Yes, I remember when I was learning language, it was one of the homeworks that you had to write about your not daily routine, but like weekly routine. So you were talking about what you did at the beginning of the week and what you're doing right now and what you're planning to do during the weekend. So such compositions could be something what helps you to learn about or write about past, present and future events. Elsajátítok 150 szót úgy, hogy minden nap megtanulok 5-öt. I'll master 150 words by memorizing 5 words a day. For this purpose, you can use our flashcards, so check hungarianpod101.com.
Are you struggling to understand conversations in your target language? This video will improve your listening skills using practice dialogues. How do you know if your language skills are improving? Our team of teachers have designed a free quiz to determine your actual learning level. So click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for you. In this lesson, you'll listen to a dialogue with the text. Second, you'll review the key vocabulary, followed by the English translations. And finally, you'll review the dialogue with the text again to master what you learned. First, listen to the dialogue with the text on the screen.
Jó napot kívánok!
Kezi csókolom, kisasszony. Mit adhatok?
1 kiló kenyeret és 1 doboz tejet kérek.
Tessék, más valamit?
Sört is kérek. 4 doboz elég lesz. Ja, és olajat is kérek. Köszönöm.
Now you'll hear the key vocabulary, followed by the English translation.
Sör.
Beer.
Elég.
Enough.
Kiló.
Kilogram.
Más valamit.
Anything else?
Tej.
Milk.
Kezi csókolom.
Greeting used with women.
Ad.
Give.
Olaj.
Oil.
Doboz.
Box. Carton.
Finally, let's review the dialogue again. See if you can understand more this time.
Jó napot kívánok!
Kezi csókolom, kisasszony. Mit adhatok?
1 kiló kenyeret és egy doboz tejet kérek.
Tessék. Más valamit?
Sört is kérek. 4 doboz elég lesz. Ja, és olajat is kérek. Köszönöm.
This is the end of the lesson. In this lesson, you improved your listening and mastered key vocabulary for everyday life conversation. Don't forget to click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for your learning level. Keep practicing and move on to the next lesson.
Expand your vocabulary with our Core 2000 Words ebook. It's free and packed with essential expressions that you'll use on a daily basis. Start building your vocabulary today. Click the link in the description below to download your free Hungarian ebook before it's gone.